Are we live?
We're live.
Hey, it's Chris, Homesteading the Hard Way. And there's a fundamental tool we need to talk about. Y'all seen me using this, and this is a weeding hoe. There's a difference between a weeding hoe and a garden hoe. That's a garden hoe, this is a weeding hoe. You see me use this in a couple of videos, a lot of people have commented on it, and I will talk about it right quick. I don't have just a minute, I got to get back to work, I got to go back out on the road call. And you'll hear all the animals in the background. Jake's feeding up. They're kind of impatient. This is an antique. It was actually probably my great granddaddy's. This is so old it's iron, not steel. That's a cotton blocking hoe. They don't make these anymore. I've never seen but just a few, and most of them are broke because they are iron, and if you pull on them really hard, they'll snap. They're brittle. This is my mama's weeding hoe. Well, actually, no, this is Darlene's weeding hoe. But you see the small head on this. This is what you usually use in the garden. This is what you chop with. It'll fit around plants. Nowadays, this is about all you can buy. So what I do, and I do this for a lot of the farmers around here, because we still have to chop tobacco. And you put a crew in a field chopping. These are identical. This is before and this is after. And you can buy these. My wife gets them at yard sales all the time for a couple of bucks. People buy them, tend to try to have a little fire bed or something. They'll sell them when they move. You can get these really, really cheap. I think you could probably get them for $5 or $6 at like Big Lots or something sometimes. But you can cut it down.
And you can spend as much as you want to in them too.
Well, you can get them cheap too, but you can cut them down and turn them into something you can actually use. And I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. But bear in mind that I cut a bunch of these down for people. So I do this a lot. I have farmers go buy a dozen and they bring them up here and I cut them down. Take as much of it off as you want. In fact, I didn't quite take enough off of that one. And I'm eyeballing it, but you could measure from each side. Make sure you got it the same. That's all. It's just got to be equal.
Yeah, this pencil's a nail.
Do what?
Your pencil's a nail.
It's actually an old O-ring pick, but I have a scribe, a brand new one. Can't find it. They do a product review on this. This is the grocery store grinder.
Lidl's.
Lidl's at the clearance bin. But that's a good grinder. I mean, this took some abuse. I've got two of them. And this is a diamond cut-off wheel. You can use the fiber wheels too. And something else I need to touch on. You don't see me do it, but don't do like I do. I'm not a real big safety conscious type guy. I tend to worry about getting the job done more than I worry about hurting myself, but I've been lucky, you know. So there's no need to put in the comments that this is dangerous and I don't have safety goggles on, I don't have this, I don't have that. I ain't gonna use it nowhere. Don't matter how many times you tell me. Okay. Now, if that was a knife blade or something that was tempered steel, you would want to cut it slow and cool it. Keep from taking the temper out of it. But I'll show you the made in China on these hoe heads in a minute. There's no temper to worry about on these. And on another safety note, something I see a lot of people forget, pay attention where the sparks are going off your grinder. You can avoid putting your eye out and setting yourself on fire a lot if you'll just pay attention to which way your sparks are going. And something else, weeding hoes don't have to be razor sharp. In fact, if you're not used to using one, dull is probably a little bit better. And I'm not talking about what the man bought, that's pretty. One thing, if you got much flex in the handle, you feel the handle flex every time you chop. If you're in the store and you're trying to buy one, don't try to break it, but just put it across like this. If there's too much flex in that handle, this one right here is 60 years old, I know. So there's no flex in the handle on it. And that one was cut down, I believe. I believe it was one of my daddy's old feed mixing hoes, and I cut it down so Darlene would have one to chop with. But that's pretty much it. I know this is there's some tools that people really don't understand or forgot about. And a weeding hoe is essential. A good bush axe is essential. A sling blade comes in handy. There's just a lot of tools that people forgot the use of and how to use them. And like I said, they don't have to be sharp. I sharpen these about once a year. I mean, you don't want you want some sort of semblance of an edge on it. They don't have to be razor sharp. In fact, in this sandy land, we got a dull one works better because it'll pull the weeds out by the roots. If you hook the roots, it'll pull it out so it'll cut through. But that was just to answer a few little questions people had, and we're going to do a video later on how to chop. When our gardens get up and they need chopping, we're going to do a video on how to chop. Because you're hard pressed to find anybody that knows how to work one of these now. But anyway, I got to go back to work. We got to get fed up. I appreciate you watching. Y'all have a good evening.